Hey, I'm Diane. Welcome to our 45 minutes of live Pilates. Need a mat, need a water bottle, and we're going to go through our quick little, just getting us in the mood, getting us in the vibe, and just getting us settled and relaxed. And if we're running around, even though it's this crazy time that we're in, lots of things are happening, so let us just settle down. So if you, I forgot my bottle of water, but if you need water, just grab water, place it by your sides, and then we're gonna lie yourselves down. I can't turn the lights off here, but if you are at home and you're in a room that you wanna turn the lights off because we're just gonna chill out for a little bit, okay? And again, any injuries or early pregnancies, have your doctor's clearance, and we're gonna just start by lying down on our mats. And we're going to bend our knees, our feet are flat on the floor. Again, like I just said, if you're at home, I can't turn the lights off here because then you're not going to be able to see me, but just turn your lights off and let yourselves just melt into your mats, feel all that goodness coming in. Softly closing your eyes, enjoying that breath of air, just our normal breathing. So we breathe in through our noses and we exhale out through our mouths. Taking our things to do list, put it on the back burner, forget about anything else, forget about answering those emails. If you're spending your lunchtime with me, thank you. If it's later on in the day, again, thank you. Just appreciating yourselves. Enjoying that little gratitude, allowing again yourselves to melt into your mat. Our breathing is just our normal breathing as you breathe in through your noses and exhale out through your mouths. And then softly take your hand, place it underneath your lower back, finding that little bit of space there. Team, that little bit of space is our neutral spine. So it's just the makeup of your vertebrae from the top of your head down to your tailbone. And then softly we're going to lift up our hands and then place our fingertips onto our hip bones. We're going to draw a line from hip bone to hip bone and our belly button down to our pelvic bone. And where those lines intersect, we're going to put our imaginary glass of water there. Now, team, we're going to come back to our breathing. So as we're breathing in through our noses and exhaling out through our mouths, we're trying our best not to spill our glass of water. So again, imagine that. Again, if you're home and you want to try this out with either a plastic glass or even glass if you want to challenge yourself, it's not going to go too far. And we just enjoy that breathing of air. But our breath of air comes down nice and low, and then coming into that next visualization, we're going to place our fingertips like a teardrop. So place your thumbs on your belly button, your index fingers pointing down. Again, relaxing your shoulders. And now this breath of air, as we breathe in through our noses and exhale out through our mouth, it's going to come down. Start from where our index fingers are. In our teardrop this time, now we have our glass of water in our teardrop. And then let that breath of air continue underneath our fingertips, all the way underneath our rib cage. Trying our best to softly keep that rib cage closed without flaring out. So engaging those upper abdominal muscles. And then take that breath of air all the way underneath the rib cage. And then exhale all the way out. Beautiful, guys. Again, relaxing your shoulders. And then being aware that our abdominals comes down from nice and low all the way from our pelvic floor. It's like we put a wheelbarrow on our torso from our pelvic floor all the way up through our rib cage. So our abdominals are just not located there. It's all the way from the bottom and then all the way through the top. And then on this bottom level is our pelvic floor. So really important to strengthen our pelvic floor. Ladies, we strengthen our pelvic floor with our Kegel exercises. So pretend you're going to the bathroom. Then stop yourself from going to the bathroom. So tightening all those internal muscles. We're trying our best not to squeeze your bum and trying our best not to lift your shoulders up. Again, still imagining that glass of water there that we're not spilling. And then gentlemen, that feeling for you is for you to step into the ocean, and the ocean's just that little bit too cold today. So that cold sensation makes your lower abdominals tighten up. And then from here, team, we're going to take our breathing little exercises into the mix. So we're going to take our breath of air up for 5 counts. We're going to hold it on that 5th count. And then once we're there, we're going to hold it for a little bit. We're going to hold it for 5 counts. And then we're going to take a long breath all the way out. That's going to be longer than the 5 initial that we took in. We'll do that for 3 rounds. Again, I don't want you to feel lightheaded. So we just take it nice and easy, nice and controlled. Again, imagining that glass of water, imagining that tighten everything, so from our pelvic floor, not tightening our bums, softly breathing, and now we're going to take that breath of air up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold it here, and 1 long, beautiful breath all the way out. Now, team, that breath of air, pretend you're blowing out candles. So pierce your lips, and you're blowing out that candle that's in front of you. And then again, we take that breath of air up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it here. Now a long breath all the way out. Maybe about 8 counts, let it be. So long breath. All the way out till you empty that air out. Beautiful. How are you guys going? 1 more for me, and let's take that breath of air up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it here. Hold it here, nice and tight. Everything. And a big, long, beautiful breath all the way out. Beautiful, guys. Now, right now, we made ourselves aware of that little space underneath our lower back. That's our neutral spine. But anytime we're going to lift our legs in a tabletop position, or we extend our feet up to the ceiling, we're going to have an imprinted spine. So that just means your lower back is on the mat. So we're going to do that still with our feet down on the floor, and you're just going to tilt your pelvic down. So your pelvic bone, your hips, just rock down. So you're putting your lower back on the mat and then softly lifting it up, and then having that space, that's your neutral spine. And then we softly lower down, that's an imprinted spine, and then softly we lift up, that's our neutral spine. Beautiful, guys. And then we're going to extend your legs out nice and long, reach your arms way above your head. And then we're softly going to tuck ourselves into a nice little ball. So for the first one, we just take it nice and easy. Bring your arms down by your sides. I want you to take one knee in and then followed by the other knee. Hands come below your knees, and then softly lift up your heads and tuck yourself into a nice little ball. And then we extend out using that breath of air, reach out nice and long. And then team, up to you. Remember, we're all at different levels, and just main priority is be kind to yourself. And then maybe we take on the double leg. So both knees come in and we lift our heads up and tuck ourselves in that nice little ball. And extend out nice and long. And in we take it. let's just finish this last one. Maybe in the ball, extend it out. If you're in the ball and you want to give yourself a little massage of the vertebrae, give yourself a little rock back and forth. Or extend out nice and long, reach away, reach away. And then softly bring your arms down by your sides. You're going to keep your left leg nice and long. We're just going to get into the little bit of those foundation pointers. So we're going to work into getting into our right hip flexor. So we do that by bending our right knee. Right knee is in line with the hip. Arms are just down by our sides. And we're going to come into that small rotation. By helping us getting that movement into our hip flexors, that coincides with helping loosen up and engage our lower back to get that nice mobility. Once we have, it's opposites. Once we have a strong lower back, that helps us with our hamstring, but most importantly, it helps us with our core. Now we make a nice little circle with our knee, and we take that circle around. Can't do the big circle and it just feels like too much, just do a little circle. Don't want to do the circle at all, that's okay too, just hug your knee into your chest. So our left leg stays nice and long, we engage our core muscles, we imagine our imaginary glass of water that's there. We softly engage our core, softly close our rib cage and relax your shoulders. Finish this last one, and then, oh, doesn't that feel good? And then reverse in the opposite direction. Again, the big circle's too much, just make that circle become that bit smaller. Let's finish our last one. Let's hug our right knee into the chest, clasp your fingertips underneath your kneecap, your elbows come out nice and wide. And then we're going to take a beautiful inhale in, and with our exhale, we're softly going to take our right knee all the way over to the left side. You're going to open your arms nice and wide, reach away, and then turn your head to look over towards your right hand, and then feel that beautiful stretch coming across your chest. Beautiful, guys. Can't reach your right foot and right knee on the floor, that's okay, just keep it up in the air. Too strong altogether, just keep it up, or just keep it into your chest. And then softly bring it back into the center, extend out nice and long. Drop the arms down, let's bring that left leg, and then a small little circle to start with. And then if you can, making that circle become a bit bigger. Again, circles too much, just hug your knee in and just give it a gentle rock side to side. Softly engage in the core, zip up your abdominals. Imagine our glass of water, softly closing your rib cage and relaxing your shoulders. Softly stopping at the top and reversing the opposite way. Trying your best to keep that right leg nice and long. Softly stop at the top. Let's hug our left knee into your chest. Your elbows come out nice and wide. We take that inhale in, and with our exhale, softly take our left knee now all the way over to the right side. Open your arms nice and wide. Turn your head to look over towards your left hand, and then feel that beautiful stretch come from your left shoulder down through your left waistline into your left glute. And softly come back to the center, extend out nice and long, reach your arms way above your head, Reach, 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 reach out. Softly bring your arms down by your sides. And then we're going to bend our knees, lift those legs in that tabletop position. Knees are in line with our hips. Knees are also in line with your ankles. And softly from here, engaging the core, we're softly going to come into our toe tap. So we lower one foot down, then we softly take it on up, and then we lower the other foot down. And then we softly take it back up. Can't reach the floor, that's okay. Just have your foot go in that midsection. And then team, if we'd like to advance it, we're going to take on the double tap. We softly lower down, and then we softly lift back up. And then we softly lower down, and softly lift it back up. Doubles too strong, come back to the single. And let's just finish our last one here. Hug those knees in, gentle rock side to side. Now from here, bring those legs back into the tabletop position, and then we're going to take these into our leg extension. So I'm going to send one leg out, and then softly bring it back in, and then send the other leg out. Nice and soft, bring it back in. Now team, if you haven't been doing exercise for a while, and it's just all brand new to you, and you're getting a little fire in your thighs right here, just lower your legs down here, and then we can send one leg out, and then softly step down, and then bring it back in. So this is my first level. If we need to take it down a notch. Now if we are doing this, as we reach out the extended leg, be aware, pretend you have a pole that's coming across your hips. So as you're reaching the extended leg, try not to drop that leg away. So you have that balancing pole, you're engaging your core. Otherwise we have the legs in that tabletop. We send out, then softly bring it back in. Let's stop the legs from moving for a moment. Now send your arms up. Now, as we take out your right leg, softly bring your left arm just out to the letter V, and then softly take it back in. Pretend your hands are holding a ball, and now we send out our left leg and our right arm. Now, as we're reaching out that opening arm, try not to allow your torso, so your chest, to cave over to that opening side. So you're feeling that nice diagonal coming from the opposite hip to the opposite shoulder without allowing yourself to shift over. Again, need to check in again what the opposite is. Again, it's the left arm and the right leg, and the left leg and the right arm. Now again, as the knees are coming back in, trying your best to stop the knees in line with your hips. Again, need to drop the legs, drop your feet down to the floor. You can even alternate these two, send the two with the legs on the floor, feet on the floor, and two with the feet up in the air. Again, nice and slow. So we take it out, 3, 2, 1, take it in, 3, 2, 1. Now team, always remembering that the slower we work, those muscle fibers have to work that little bit harder to control the movement. Now, if we like to take it up a notch again, we're going to take on the double legs and the double arms. So we reach out both arms out to the letter V, extend out, hold, and then softly bring it back in. Again, do that little indication of your lower back, making sure that your lower back is staying imprinted on your mat. We take it out, hold, then we take it back in. Now make our lower abdominals work, so as the legs are extending out, when they come back in, stop the knees in line with the hips, challenge yourself, try not to let them come into your chest. That's when a little bit of momentum comes in, and we don't want that to happen. Or you're trying your best not to let that happen. You're gonna need to give yourself a break, or come back to the single, come back to the single. Adding on again. Now instead of those arms coming out to our sides, we're gonna reach our arms above the head. Reach out, hold, circle around. Then we reach out, hold, circle around. Again, too much, just take the arms out to the side. Adding on again, both either when we come back to that starting position, knees in line with the hips, hands up in the air, we come up and offer a crunch, and then softly lower down. We extend out, hold, lower back is on the mat, circle around, and lift up, and bring it back down. Reach up, hold, circle around, and up we go. Okay team, in 10 seconds, all we're gonna do is hold this crunch up, and you've got little pulses for me in the top end. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we lift and lower, challenge yourself, send those legs out on the diagonal, lift and lower, reach. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job team. Take those knees in, gentle rock side to side. Okay team, now we're going to work on our obliques. So we're going to start nice and controlled, working our windshield wiper knees. So just arms come down by our sides, and we're just going to let the knees switch to one side, and then they come through the middle, and then we come to the other side. Now team, I want you to be aware of your opposite shoulder. So as you're taking your knees over to the right side, trying your best to keep your left shoulder on the mat. If your left shoulder starts lifting up, that's your stopping point, so your knees won't go all the way down. Again, we're all at different fitness levels, so do the best that you can. And now we're going to start adding on. Let's bring those legs in a tabletop position, and then we softly tuck the knees over to one side. They softly come through the middle, and then they come over to the other side. Want to challenge yourself a bit more. Extend the legs out. Now, if we have our legs extended out, you probably won't be able to get your legs as low as you just did with the bent knees. But again, checking on that opposite shoulder. Too much, come back to the bent knees. Okay team, come back to the center, have the knees bent. We're all going to take our knees over to the right side. And now we're all going to extend both legs out, and then softly bring them back in. Hello, left oblique. Extend out and bring it back in. Too much for the double leg. I want you just to drop your right foot to the floor, and I just want you to extend your left leg out. Now we're going to work our inner thighs and our left side waistline at the same time. Now keep your knees bent, And then we're softly gonna lower your right leg and then squeeze it back up. Lower the right leg, pretend you have magnets in your inner thigh and squeeze it back up. Again, that's a bit too tricky, that's okay. Just lower your left foot to the floor and have our right leg just lifting and lowering on its own. Can you check into your left shoulder again? Keep it down on the mat. If it started lifting up, just bring those knees up that little bit higher. A few more here. Then we're going to put more of a burn into that oblique. Now keep the knees bent. Again, too much, lower the feet down to the floor. And then from here, softly lift your left hand up. Lift your head up. Now reach your right hand over your left hand. And we lift and lower. We lift and lower. We reach. We reach. We reach. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, team. Softly bring it through the middle. If you need a break, just hug your knees into your chest. Otherwise, let's just come right into our right oblique. Bring the knees over, as far over to the right, and we extend both legs and softly bring it back in. Extend out. Check on your right shoulder. Right shoulder stays down on the mat. Need to make it a bit easier. I want you to lower your left foot down and just extending your right leg out. Remembering to breathe, not holding your breath. You're doing really good, everyone. Now let's come back into those inner thighs, just a couple more. Last one here. Now keep the knees together, and I want you to lower your left leg. Pretend your left leg has a magnet in it, and squeeze those inner thighs back together. Lower down and squeeze it back up. Need to make it a bit easier. Lower your right foot down and just have it be our left leg lifting and lowering. Okay, team, last one there. Let's get that burn into our right oblique. Softly lift your right hand up, lift your head up. Send your left hand over your right, and we lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. Again, need to make it easier. Drop your feet down to the floor. Lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, gang. Bring those knees in. Not done with those obliques yet. Now let's lower your feet down to the floor. Everyone lift up your left leg. Send your left leg over your right. And we're going to continue that tipping over, and we're going to tip from the center as far over to the right, and then bring it back in. So our knees are in crisscross in like that nice little pretzel. Bring yourself across, and then softly bring it back in. Making our left waistline really work as we lift it back up, and then softly bring it back in. Want to make it a little bit more challenging. Lift up your right foot, but we're still going to continue with that twist, and then softly bring it back in. And then we continue with that twist, and softly bring it back in. Twist, 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 and bring it back up. Okay, team, let's go into those Archie Obliques. So we're going to keep the knees over as far to the side. Lift your left hand up, lift your head up, send your right hand over your left, and we've got little pulses. Reach, 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 reach. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, bring it in. Lower your right foot, untwist your left. What we do on one side, we got to do on the other side. So lift your right foot up, cross your right knee over your left. And now we're going to tick-tock over from the center as far over to the left. And then we bring it back up. Again, remembering to breathe. Checking on that right shoulder. Keep the right shoulder down. Take it over, cross. And then bring it back up. Now if you did it on the other side, let's do it on this side. Softly lift up your left foot and then we tick-tock over. And then softly bring it back up. And then we tick-tock over and softly bring it back up. Almost there, guys. You're doing great. Now keep the knees over as far to the left. Softly lift your right hand up. Lift your head up. Send your left hand over your right hand. And we lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job, team. Softly lower that left foot, lower the right foot. Send your feet to the width of your mat. And then we're all going to take everyone's knees over to the right side. Arms and eyes come over to the left. And then we're all going to take our hands over to the right. And our eye gaze comes over to the right, and our knees go over to the left.
Recording in progress. Please monitor the Q&A to see if you have a question that's already been asked.
Okay, guys, I've got another little ouchie little oblique for you. So we're going to start, working our waistline. So we're going to start off with our feet down on the floor. And then softly from here, we're going to lift up one knee and then softly lower it down. And then we're softly going to lift up the other knee and softly lower it back down. Okay, guys, now we're going to bring our arms out to the letter T. Now, as we lift up the knee, we're going to tap our fingertips underneath the knee, and then we're going to lower your head back down. And then we're going to lift up an other knee, left knee, tap underneath, and bring it back down. Remember to breathe. Use that exhale. Up we come. Now, we're going to extend the opposite leg, and we're going to reach up and then bring it back down. So instead of coming back down, we have an extended leg. So that's softly, sneaky, working the side of our oblique. Now again, feet are on the mat, and we go from there, making it a bit difficult, extend the leg. And one more challenge, we're going to lift yourself all the way up and then bring it back down. And then we take it up and then we take it back down. We take it up and we take it back down. Bring it back down. We're almost there. So it's a full crunch coming up. Again, too much again, come like back down, and we go for that. Lowering, making the in-between lift up and bring it back down. And then we lift up. And that last one, we roll ourselves all the way up and bring yourself down. We're almost there. You're doing great, guys. Reach up, bring it back down. One more each side. Good job, guys. Bring those knees in. Gentle rock side to side. Okay, gang, I want you to roll yourselves up. Give yourself that nice little forward fold. Now, gang, I got this little ouchie one coming your way. We're gonna work our quads and our legs. Sorry, reset your ponytail if you need to. Have a sip of water. And then from here, team, we're gonna work our quads, so our thighs, and we're gonna work our inner thighs. It's 3 rounds, and then we do it on the other side. So I want you to sit up nice and tall. I'm gonna show you sideways, and then, because I think forward, you're not gonna be able to see me. So you're gonna come down onto your forearms. You're gonna pretend you're at the beach. So look at the beautiful ocean. Keep that in your visualization, so in the back of your mind. So we're at the beach, we're looking at the nice waves at the beach, and I want you to come down onto your forearms. I want you to extend your right leg nice and long. Left knee is bent, left foot is on the floor, and then softly from here, you're gonna lift up knee to knee, and then softly take it back down. So knee to knee, and softly take it back down. A nice little exercise also to do, not too much about it, we just lift up knee to knee. Can't lift up knee to knee, just lift it up that little bit, halfway point. Now, keep the leg hovering, try not to slouch into your shoulders, engage your core, and without moving your left side, you're just gonna take your right foot out to the side. We take it out to the side and then softly bring it back in. We take it out to the side and softly bring it back in. You feeling it already? These are ouchies that just put that burn in. You don't even know what is happening. Now come back to the center and we lift up again and lower back down. Lift up again and lower back down. Remembering to breathe, try your breath. Don't hold your breath here, we're almost there. Okay guys, now we softly lower down, we come back. In the middle mark, take the leg out to the side, bring it back in, out to the side, bring it back in. Okay, back into the center last time. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it down at the bottom. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Oh, bring that right leg in front of you. Give yourself a nice little forward fold. Hang your head. Those are an absolute killer. Again, need a sip of water. Have that sip of water. And again, guys, whatever we do on one side, need to balance it off on the other side. So come back down. Let's give ourselves a nice little, give yourself a nice little shoulder roll back the other way. And then from here, now our right leg will be bent, right foot on the floor. We know where it's at. Send the left leg out nice and long, 3 rounds. We lift up and then softly bring it back down. Bring it back up and softly bring it back down. Need to make it a bit easier. Lower your foot all the way down to the floor and just come up that halfway point. Engaging your core. Again, need to make it easy, a little bit easier. You can come up onto your hands. And now we hold down at the bottom. We take the leg out to the side. And now use that inner thigh to bring the legs back together. So we take it out and then softly bring it back in. We take it out and softly bring it back in. Remembering to breathe. Okay, let's go again. Now we lift up and lower down. We lift up and lower down. I promise you guys we're almost there. Do we know what it is? It's the halfway mark. Now hold it there, hold it down nice and low. We take it out to the side and bring it back in. We take it out to the side, bring it back in. Out to the side, bring it back in. I know those inner thighs are screaming. We're almost there. Don't let that right side rock and roll. Last one here. Now we lift up. Let's count down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down low. You've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, lift yourselves up. Send your right leg out nice and long. Bend your left knee. Give yourself that nice little forward fold. Bring yourselves up, extend the legs up nice and long, give yourself a nice little shoulder roll, back the other way. Now team, one more thing, we've got 1 minute of a plank. So, I'm going to give you a couple different levels. So first level, I want you to just be on your knees. You're going to take your hands nice and flat, you're going to engage your core here. Wrists are in line with the shoulders, knees are in line with the hips, and we're just going to hold yourselves here and engage the core. Next level, you're going to walk your knees out, drop your bottom, so don't let your bottom come up, glutes come down, and we're here. Next level, we're going to curl your toes over, and we're going to come onto a full plank. We'll all start together. Team, 2 things. If it's too much on your wrists and you want to come down to your forearms, come down to your forearms. But the only thing I want you to do for me is if you do come down to your forearms, do not engage your fingertips. When you engage your fingertips, that comes here. The fatigue settles in. It shoots up here and you leave with a sore neck. We're not here for a sore neck. We're here for tight abs. So again, up to you. Either in this position, walk the knees out, or we come into a full plank. And away we go. Last minute of class, guys. I know you can do it. Now, I know sometimes we get a little bit bored being in this plank. So if we get a little bored and we're trying to think of something else, we can do that. We can keep ourselves occupied. We can take one foot to the side and then softly bring it back in. Take the other foot to the side and softly bring it back in. Now, guys, guess what? Having so much fun, we're already halfway there. Passing the halfway mark, taking those steps out to the side, bring it back in. Guess what? We're 3/4 of the way there. Guys, you're on fire. We're almost there. Need to come down to your forearms, come down to your forearms. Need to come down to your knees, come down to your knees. And you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, guys. Everyone come down to the knees. Give yourself a nice little child's pose. Open your knees nice and wide. Reach those arms out nice and long. Good job, guys. Hopefully bring yourselves up. Nice big shoulder roll. And well done, everyone. Thank you so much. You've done a fantastic job. Thank you for spending your time with me. And I'll see you again real soon. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.